Welcome in to the TK Pod. As always, I'd like it to be a quick one. Who knows? Started this one, sat here. Sometimes I sit here and look at the screen and I'm like, okay, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to outline this? And then I realize that it's just not that serious. And the more time I sit here and waste time, it's just non productive. And so here we are for episode 200 and whatever. We kind of glazed over 200 episodes of this thing. I guess we can touch on that to begin with. There will be a couple main topics today. One, the semifinals, CrossFit semifinals went down this past weekend. I was able to do two of them. We kind of glossed over those, and I've now used glazed and glossed. How many G words can I use to describe the same thing? We went over those workouts. Basically, one workout was preventing me from really attempting it or giving the weekend a full run. That was the heavy Isabel. I just simply was not going to do an all out max 30 reps for time at 225 pounds for a snatch. My back, well, it feels pretty good. Although even today it is a little sore. Did some rows yesterday. Have had two really good days of training. Um, it is still touchier than I'd like it to be after, doing certain movements. It's still kind of riding that line of like, push it too hard and it'll go back down the mountain. So, um, good idea to stay away from that this past weekend. For most people who did the semifinals, they did that one first. You would like to get the strength, um, power output ones done first, the ones that are going to require the most recovered CNS. Meaning you probably attack that one first. If I attack that one first and I do somehow manage to finish it, or give it a somewhat okay run, the state in which it would have put me in for the rest of the four workouts would have been not great. So we did one on shoot, did we did one on Thursday? I think we did one on Thursday when it came out, when the workouts came out. Um, I guess they came out last Monday, but we did one on Thursday when the weekend technically started, and then we did one on Friday at the gym. Um, and then the other two, one of them requires the gym, so I'm waiting till this Friday to do that again. That's the one with the GHD. I truly believe, ugh, I believe that I'm top 100 in the world on that workout, and we're gonna test that theory. Um, and technically, because of the way things shook out, again, 1,200 guys qualified for these online semis. Only about 300 signed up to do it. So maybe 350. And so, you put in a score for every workout, you're automatically top 100. You're automatically top 350 in the world in that workout. Doesn't matter if you were last out of everyone that actually completed it. So that's a little bit skewed. But I don't care how many people on earth um, do these other two workouts. What I'm going to attempt today, the lunge and GHD, what I'm going to attempt on Friday. I believe that I'm probably top 200 in the world, and that includes anyone. I actually think that it doesn't matter if they're a CrossFitter or if they're like into high rocks or they just don't do anything, but they're just a beast. I think if you picked out 200 humans on Earth, I don't think 200 beat me in the two specific workouts that I have left. One of them I'm going to attempt today, um, which is the intervals. You get 2 minutes to do 10 shuttle runs, which is a 25-foot out and back, uh, total of 50 feet per one shuttle run. You do 10 of those. You then come back after those 10 shuttle runs and hit 10 clean and jerks at 135. You then have the remainder of the 2-minute period to do as many lateral bar over burpees over the bar as you can. You're trying to accumulate max burpees, but you have to do that 10 shuttle run, 10 clean and jerk buy-in every 2-minute round. And then when the 2 minutes is up, you get 1 minute of rest and you hit it for 5 rounds. Um best scores in the world were approaching 14, 15 reps per round. That's absurd. Um, Average score was somewhere around 30 to 45, 30 to 50. Um, some very fit people out there that got, in the 20s. I think I could be upwards of 50. Um, and just for shits and giggles, let's actually bring up the leaderboard for that workout. Best score in the world, 73 reps by two different people, Adler, Jay Crouch, Ricky Garrard. Those three are all three guys who qualified across the 5 workouts for the CrossFit Games. Congrats to them. Absolute beasts. They were averaging, let's see, 70 divided by, yeah. So they're all averaging 14, in between 14 and 15 reps a round. That's crazy. But even to just get top 50 in this, you had to hit 48 reps. Top 100 in the world on this workout, you had to get 39 reps. Was 100th place. So I think I can push for that because that's 8 reps around. 40 divided by 5 rounds is 8 reps around. I think I can push there and be top 100 in that. On the other one, the one I have yet to do, um, that was the starting with 20 reps of each double dumbbell overhead walking lunge and GHD sit-ups. 20 of each, 18 of each, 16 of each, all the way down to 2. Uh, I do believe that I am probably top 50 in the world on that. My goal is to go sub 14, and that would put me right at 50th place in the world. To be top 100, all I would have to do is get just under 15 and a half minutes. Pretty positive we can get that done. My overhead ability and my lunging are 2 pretty good things. And yeah, pretty excited to see what we can get done on that. So, uh, all that being said, if I can knock out let's call it even a 100th place, I get 39 reps on the one workout intervals, and then on this lunge GHD one, I get 50th. Even if I got 100th on this, right, give me 200 points. The scores from my other 2 workouts would have put me at, let's see, the first one was not good. Ring muscle ups and heavy back squats for time. We're gonna have to work on it. We're gonna have to work on it, bruh. Would have been 164th on that one. Workout 5, I would have been 140 150th. So that's 314 points. Give me 100 points for each of the 2 I haven't done yet. Let's just assume that's 514 points. And then I'm guessing that for workout 3, I could finish it in sub 9, probably 8.5-ish minutes. And that would give me a score of about 130th. So 646 total points is the estimate. And if I was going to look at overall where 640 points would rank me on this, it would put me just outside the top 100 in 109th place in the world. I feel very, very good about that. Now, of course, I have to go and complete these 2 workouts and actually get those scores. But assuming I do, it means I would have been very close to top 100 in the world in the online semifinals. Of course, doesn't matter. There's only 11 people who go, but being top almost 100 in the world is it's a pretty cool feeling. If I can go and do that. Regardless, the two workouts that I have done, which are the ring muscle up, back squat, handstand walk, and the other one was the 30-minute AMRAP with rowing, toes to bar, and um, rope climbs. Um, Both of those I felt pretty good on. Not peak shape, but pretty good. Feel fit, and I think that we got ourselves to a good spot this year, and we're happy about it. So that's kind of been the last week. Gonna finish out the mock semifinals workouts this week, and feel good heading into basically the home stretch here of us having our second child. Um, sort of a weird Sort of a weird spot to be in because this is the off season, and every time your season ends, which it's cool that we got to extend it to the semifinal kind of spring, almost summer range this year. Um, you're always super motivated because you're like, okay, now I get a full year before we get tested again. Not a full year, basically 9 months before we're tested again in the open. And how much progress can I make, and how much can I improve? Um, and you're excited about the new phases and like, oh, now we're going to go into a strength building phase and we get to do a bunch of different stuff and we get to focus on this and we get to build the engine more. We get to do all these things. But at the same time, especially this year because we're having the kid, there's also this really strong urge to pull back and almost take time off completely. Not even work out, not even and when I say not work out, I mean exercise will still be happening, but it won't be in a training sense. And I've been meaning to do this podcast. Maybe I've already done it, but I think it deserves another one, a deeper breakdown of training versus working out. Um, I would still get on the bike and spin the legs or go for a run or do some squats or some bent, whatever. I would sweat and breathe hard, but there would be no training. There would be no desired stimulus. There would be no intentional, this is what I'm looking to get out of this workout kind of thing. Um, and so there will be a mix of both. I think I believe that I will try my best within a time constraint to still train, but the volume of which I will allow myself to hit will be lower simply because it's going to be the summer and this is how I operate in the summer anyway. Lauren comes home from school and has the summer off as a teacher. Our oldest older child will still be going to daycare some days of the week. She's got a new spot that she's going to be going to sometimes. Um, but even with her off and at daycare some days, they're you know brand brand new baby at the house. Wife will be tired. Like it's a good time to pull back and spend time with family when I have the chance to anyway. So I definitely don't want to be doing two a days. There will be no more two a days now until the next school year starts in August. So let's see, what is that? Oh, a little over 3 months now. We will be doing singles, at least from when the baby's born. I might do a couple two a days up until then. But after that, it'll be 3 months of just single session days. And and those sessions will rarely, if ever, exceed 90 minutes. So whatever I can get done in 90 minutes every day, I will do. I will choose and sort of um, finagle what is programmed because there's still 2 to 3 hours worth of stuff programmed every single day on the program that I'm hitting, which is NBD Fitness. Um, I'll finagle that so that I, across a week of training, continue to get the right ratio of what I need between lifting and skill work and higher intensity cardio stuff, interval stuff, and lower intensity zone 2 stuff. Um, I'll miss out on a lot of stuff that is programmed, but that's okay. I'll make sure to hit what's best for me in that 75 to 90 minutes a day. And, we can still probably not progress at a crazy level because we're only going to be doing that. But given the right intensity and focus, we can come pretty close, and we can make our body feel better, to be quite honest, and we can end up spending more time with the family. So, we're going into a nice little spot here. This next 2 to 3 months is really a slower time of year for me personally. It's kind of when I this and sort of like the holiday season between Thanksgiving and December are like the slower 4 months of the year, and then, we've been kind of grinding out pods and all this other work stuff over the last, the late winter and spring, and then obviously the fall is the biggest time of year. So, um, it'll be good to go into a slower time of year and relax and get some more rest, kind of as much as you can with a newborn baby. We feel really good. Again, I will report back next week. These podcasts will continue. The TK pod continues weekly, even through, we seek to do one of these a week forever. Um, but I will report back next week with how I did on these other two workouts. Uh, Maybe I'm way off, but I'm pretty sure I can pump out some scores that are around those top 50 to 100 in the world marks. And given that, then my estimate of being, in the top 120 people in the semis, we'll call it, will be pretty accurate, and we can feel very, very good about that. We've established a new baseline, at least for next year, that we are a semifinals athlete, at least in the current sense, the way it's structured, and that our expectation will be again to make online semifinals. Um, and that was not the expectation or the goal this year. So again, we've taken one more step up. We've leveled up, and that's what we continue to do. That's what you should always be continuing to do. Um, and speaking of leveling up, there's been some more business ideas that I've had. If Zach is listening to this, my brother, he knows what I'm talking about. He came over this past weekend. Family came over to have a little grill sesh on Sunday afternoon, evening, and he was talking about starting up his own business, and I was like, "Well, maybe we could do it together." Me and my brothers have always talked about starting our own business together. There's been several iterations of what that looks like. Uh, the most current idea has some legs and could be a thing that makes sense for us due to several reasons, but always there's always this urge to get better and improve and do something different and make something of life for ourself, for myself, and, that's kinda just the daily goal. Be happy, be on your own time, and, pursue being better always. So, that's what we got. By the way, played my first disc golf round last Friday, finally got out. It took until May, what was it? Would have been, like, 3rd, I guess, but we did it, 2nd, May 2nd, and, played 9 holes. And it's crazy how after you play for a couple years, and this is with anything, right? Like your floor raises so much higher than what it was. When you start playing disc golf, I literally couldn't throw a disc. My like coordination, I just had never done it correctly anymore. There was very little control. That was 2 years ago in 2023. Then in 2020, and by the end of that season, I felt pretty decent. Like I could score, almost par on a lot of holes on a lot of courses. Last year, um we got into the season and we played better and it was easier to get into it faster and we felt more control. We started to add a few shot shapes, all these different things. And then this year I go out and first time playing, uh everything clicks just a little bit better. I can already hit some shot shapes that I'm working on. I've got new discs, but even with new discs, you understand what those discs are supposed to do and you can make them do what you would like them to do. And I'm still not good, but it's closer, right? And you can go out and immediately the other day, I'm playing nearly par disc golf through 9 holes. First 9 holes of the season, haven't thrown a disc in um 6 months. So excited about that. And the goal would be to play on Fridays still. So, again, with the baby coming, who knows how many times we're going to get to play in the next couple of months, but I'm planning on at least going out the next 2 Fridays. And very exciting, very fun, enjoyable experience to finally go out and play some disc golf. So that's where we're at. Keep improving. We'll see you next week. Until then, peace.